Alright, so this is Bant Landfall. I'll probably have some sort of better title for it because that, is kind of boring, but it's essentially what it is Bant Landfall deck. So the reason I made this deck originally was because Kess Wiley, shout out to Kess Wiley, posted this combo on Twitter, and I was just like, that's interesting. I wonder what we could do with that. So I had to put it together. So I threw this deck together, and this is originally a build I made right before they banned Astrolabe. So our original build is actually a black, green, white, blue deck that I threw together, and with Astrolabe it was so smooth. I didn't really have to worry about the colors because that's what Astrolabe did. It had, obviously card draw and filtering into it, which was really nice. So it was great. It was great, and I may put a little bit of that initial matchup because I had some fun games just as for funsies, maybe at the end. Yeah, obviously that got banned. While I was in the middle of recording a match, actually. So we had to kind of flip things around. So I waited a little bit before trying to figure out what this deck could be. And so the combo is you have Ruin Ghost, which is a 1/1, 1 and a white for creature spirit. Has an ability to pay 1 white, tap it, and exile target land you control, and return it to the battlefield under your control. Seems innocuous enough. And then you have Retreat to Coralhelm, which says Landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you may tap or untap target creature and scry 1. Or scry 1, sorry, you don't get to do both, sadly. So how this works is you can, once you untap with Ruin Ghost, you can go infinite. And you don't need anything else. Well, obviously you need a land, but hopefully you have lands at that point. But that is it. That's all you need, is these two cards. You have infinite combo. However, to win with that, obviously you do need a little bit more. So the first win condition we have here is Idyllic Range. When Idyllic Range comes in the battlefield, it enters tapped unless you control 3 or more other planes. And this deck is very much set up to just get planes. I don't have any... besides the couple of non-planes basics, I don't have any other lands in the deck that are not planes. That is for this plan exactly. And maybe that's wrong. Maybe I went too heavy into that. You can kind of watch the matchup and decide for yourself. But that's the idea. That's why there's so many planes. So when it enters the battlefield untapped, you get to put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. So if you have a Ruin Ghost, you can pump it forever. If you have something else on the battlefield, you can pump that instead. So it's infinite. You can make an infinitely big creature and then attack with it, which is fun. The other thing you can do is if you have Retreat to Kazandu, one of the other retreats, you get to gain infinite life. It also can put 1/1 counters on target creature, so you can go infinite that way as well. You can get infinite life, make an infinitely big creature, and then eventually you're probably going to win. You also have Step Links. Which with Ruin Ghost and Retreat to Coralhelm has Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, Step Links gets +2/+2. So even without any specialized land, as long as you have a land that can come into play, then doesn't cost you anything or whatever, you can go infinite with Step Links, make Step Links infinitely big. So that's kind of the combo. That's the combo kill there, is make an infinitely big creature. You can also tap down your opponent's team a little bit with this as well. You can't go infinite with that, but you can get down at least a couple of blockers, depending on how much mana you have. So to support that combo, we have kind of the rest of the deck. We have our Boreal Grazer. Our Boreal Grazer is great. I actually really enjoyed it in this deck. It comes in clutch actually a couple times. The reach ability was randomly good with Idyllic Range. It's pretty hilarious. Because you can fetch out Idyllic Range. It is a plains. So with any of our fetch lands, we can go and grab that. Comes into play. It's hilarious. Step Links obviously is just good in a Landfall shell. Maybe I should have gone full 4 just to kind of keep that in kind of like your back pocket. yeah, it's pretty good. It gets pretty darn big pretty fast. Like you know, with Arboreal Grazer coming out, like you can put Steplings out on turn 2. You know, you can crack a fetch, so you know it's up to 4. You play an Arboreal Grazer, now it's up to 6. It gets big really fast. So pretty good creature there. Obviously, it dies to pretty much everything. A bolt hits it, path hits it, fatal push hits it, everything hits it. It dies a lot. But it is a real threat, and so if your opponents can't deal with it, like you can just get people. We have Growth Spiral, draw a card. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Again, really great with all the landfall triggers. And just kind of cycling through your deck, making sure you do eventually draw the combo. We also have two of Ramanov Excavator. You may play land cards from your graveyard. Obviously, this is really good with all the fetch lands, of which we're playing quite a few. So, you know, you can get those back from your graveyard, or if for some reason someone, you know, sees the idyllic range, gets rid of that, and you need it for the combo, you can play it out of your graveyard, or if it gets milled or something. Ramanov Excavator is great in the deck. I was really happy with that. We've got the 4 Retreat to Coralhelms, and the nice thing about this too is, like, obviously it's an enchantment that doesn't do anything when it enters the battlefield, pretty much ever. And so that's kind of annoying. But even if you don't have the combo, just having this out on turn 3, getting to tap or untap a creature can be relevant. Getting to scry to find your combo is definitely relevant. So it's not the worst to have. Oh, we do have 4 Steplings. One was hiding over here. We also have Tireless Tracker, obviously just amazing with all the landfall triggers. And allows us to kind of just dig our way through our deck when we need to, because we are like cracking fetches all the time. This is just, you know, this can get really big all by itself. You can't go infinite with it, because obviously you have to sack the clues in order to make it big, but it definitely can help out a lot. We have one of Eternal Witness, again, just to kind of like make sure we hit our combo pieces. We can get back a fetch if we need to. You know, our Ruined Ghost dies to everything just as easily as our Stepling, so being able to get one back from the graveyard is pretty relevant, or being able to get to a Retreat to Coralhelm is pretty relevant. You know, maybe getting to reuse one of our paths, since we only have 2 in the main board, is also sometimes relevant. So just an overall good card to have in this style deck. Retreat to Kazandu is nice because we fetch a lot, and we have a lot of fetches, a lot of shocks, and so our life total is down a lot. Like, you could run Death Shadow in this deck pretty easily, just with all the fetches and shocks that we have. And burn is huge, as you'll kind of see in the matchups. There's a lot of burn style decks, and so having some way to gain life, especially main board, is like an absolute must, because of how much we're hurting ourselves. So we also have Knight of the Reliquary. Knight of the Reliquary is also an infinite combo with Retreat to Coralhelm, or not quite infinite. You can get all the lands out of your deck with Knight of the Reliquary and Retreat to Coralhelm. You can tap and untap it. Knight of the Reliquary says that it gets +1/+1 for each land card in your graveyard, which generally have a lot. You can tap it, sacrifice a forest or plains. Again, all of our lands are plains. Search your library for a land card, put it on the battlefield, shuffle your library. Yeah, just overall a good card for this kind of a strategy. You know, it can search out your if you need to, you can go get your idyllic range with this if you don't have like a fetch land to use. So just overall pretty good. And then we also ran Renegade Rallier, and this is kind of one of the things I tossed in post ban just to kind of make up for some of the stuff that we lost, and it was okay. I love this card since it came out. I really wanted it to be good. I built a ton of decks around it. So we'll definitely run into Renegade Rallier again at some point, I think. But it does some nice things. It can also get you a land back, so it can ramp you on turn 3 if you need to. It can't get back any of our 3-mana stuff, obviously, but it can get back a Ruined Ghost. It can get back a Steplings. It can get back an Arboreal Grazer if you really need an Arboreal Grazer. You know, it can just it does some nice things. And you know, so it's good for the deck. I think maybe we could probably run one less and maybe run like a Knight of Autumn or something. I don't know. You can kind of watch the videos and see what you think for yourself. Let's go to the sideboard. So in the sideboard, we have for our creature matchups and heavy aggro matchup, we have Winds of Abandon, Settled Wreckage, We get a ton of land, so being able to overload Winds of Abandon is not that hard. Being able to pay for Settle the Wreckage, again, not that hard to do pretty quickly because we are going to ramp real fast. So for those big creature matchups, you need these for sure. We have 2 Veil Summers to protect against control matchups. Veil Summer is just, if you're running a green deck, you should be running Veil Summer. It's going to get banned eventually, so use it while you can. Jotty Offshoot. So this is what I put in there for the burn matchup, and I have to say, this is probably, I don't know, in theory it looked good. You can watch the videos and see for yourself kind of how it did. I wanted something I could play on turn 1, or turn 2 and immediately start getting value off of it. I didn't want to have to wait for things like Night of Autumn or the other enchantment, but, you know, there's so much burn out there right now, and I don't know if Jotty Offshoot is where you need to be, but that's what we ran. Dovin's Veto, again, for those control matchups, because we're Bant, we can run both of these, and we can kind of, you know, maybe win some of those counterspell wars, if we need to. One Night of Autumn is just a kind of catch-all. We needed some ways to get rid of enchantments or artifacts. Again, I think maybe running more of these is probably where you want to be. We ran a couple of Phyrexian Revokers. This is for things like Tron. This is for things like the Hardened Scales deck, things like that. Planeswalkers, again, you can kind of bring this in against control as just like another body. Damping Fear, obviously for Tron, and for Storm, and then Ghost Quarter again for Tron. Ghost Quarter is especially nice because we definitely have tons of ways to get it back. We have Ramanov Excavator and stuff, so you can also bring it in the control matchups. We already have a lot of stuff, so you may not need to, but you can. You know, you can like swap out a land or something because you know, in the control matchups, if you can have more lands in the control deck, then generally you can actually cast your things, which is kind of important. So yeah, so that's the deck. Like I said, we'll maybe throw in a piece or two of the original build just because it was fun. And it had Gitrog, which is, I love that card. The card's hilarious. So yeah, let's get to the games and let me know down in the comments below what you think. All right. This has a lot of 3-drops, but I think we're gonna keep it. It has some potential, as long as we don't just get run over. Our deck is also just kind of full of 3-drops. Burn, okay. So this retreat is going to be real important. Okay, well, I'm glad I kept this then. Steplinks is a pretty good 1-drop. It'll probably get bolted, but that's one less bolt at our face. Did cost us 2 though. We need this retreat down immediately. Forgot to put my face in the video. That's fine, you guys weren't missing anything. Okay. Ooh, Ruined Ghost, okay. Alright, well, let's put out Windswept Heath. Always yield step length, we always want them getting bigger. We're going to begin combat. Our opponent must not have the bolt because otherwise... I mean, we're not going to crack. Borstron, Lightning Helix. Targeting us. Okay. That is fine. Alright, so not a super fast hand out of our opponent. We got that going for us. Alright, we're going to crack this Windswept Heath here. Down to 11. We can get this retreat down, but we don't get any value off of it this turn. Sadly. Almost makes me want to draw another land. I guess we can play out Ramanop Excavator next turn after that, if we've lived. What are we getting here? Let's get Hollowed Fountain tapped. Steplings gets pump, and then it immediately goes away. Another Ruined Ghost. Okay. Pump the Steplings. I think this time around we are going to crack this. We're just going to go get a basic. Doesn't matter. Hit our opponent for 4. We are down to 10. Nope, don't want to play the excavator yet. Guess it doesn't necessarily matter. No, because we want to be able to use its ability. Alright, opponent, can you kill us this turn? If not, I think we can claw our way from the grave here. We are shields down. Oh, okay. They just have it. They just have it. We're almost certainly... Oh, they have another. Boros Charm. Okay. Oh, yeah, so they definitely have it. Monastery Swift Spear. Okay. That by itself does not do it. Oh, you slow playing us? Oh, come on. Come on. Rude. Alright. Jolly Offshoot coming in. Knight of Autumn coming in. Do we want Veto? I don't think we do. I don't know that we're going to counter their stuff. Maybe we do. What are we taking out here? Maybe a Renegade Rallier. Maybe an Opt. A Steplinks. And we'll go like that. Steplinks being a little guy. It's hard to grow them at the right time. Oh wait, okay. This works. This works. Hopefully our opponent doesn't just have the answer immediately. Does that mean we don't play it out? I think we have to. Oh, I have to play our land first, right? I think we do play it out. Our opponent could just bolt it. But again, that's not a bolt that's going to our face. And we have Knight of Autumn that we will get to on time. Well, I guess we have to draw an extra land if we want to do that on time. Oh no, because we can play Growth Spiral. So we're good. We're good. Path? Path would be really good here. Okay. Yeah. Take a Plains. And another Growth Spiral? Sure. Yeah, we're just gonna play Knight of Autumn and gain 4 life. Up to 24. Now this is just one shot, so we don't get to like continue to gain life, but it's a blocker, which is nice. Searing Blaze. Okay, well. Down to 21. Not bad against the burn deck, though. Alright, so question is, what are we doing here? I think, well, so we have the Winter Teeth. Yeah, but we already, okay. So I think we're gonna Growth Spiral. And then, I guess that's an instant card, so we didn't need to do that then. But we're hoping to have something to play. Which we do not. So we're not doing much. But neither is our opponent. Next turn, we can... depending on what we draw... Goblin Guide, sure. Give us a land. Eternal Witness. Okay, that's not the worst. That's not the worst, considering all of our stuff is gonna get shot down by bolts and things. Let's crack it. What are we getting here? I don't know that it matters. Let's see. Actually, let's get some more green mana. I'd not like to pay 2 life. Ruined Ghost. Okay, so we have the combo, actually. We have to be able to untap with it, though. So I think we're just going to play Ramanop Excavator. Play a land from our graveyard. And then maybe we just hold up this Growth Spiral instead of playing Retreat, because Retreat doesn't do anything for us right now. We could obviously have played out Ruined Ghost and Return to Coralhelm on that excuse me, on that turn. Pretty likely our opponent has some sort of removal spell here. Yeah, Lightning Helix. Yep. Certainly going to wait for the Goblin Guide to attack before we crack our Windswept Teeth. Let's see if we want to draw that. Oh, we get a land. All right. All right, so we're down to 16. It is turn 4 though against Burn, so I think being down to 16 is not too bad. They've wasted a couple spells on our creatures. Skewer the critics, sure. Alright, so we're down to 13. Let's play Growth Spiral. Put out our Marsh Flats. We should at least crack one of these. And we can leave one up. I mean, we're going to play out this Grazer as a blocker, for sure. Does not get as much. And then I think we're going to play out the Ruined Ghost. It probably eats a removal spell. Nothing to choose. Probably it's a removal spell. If our opponent sees what's going on. But again, that's not a burn spell that's going to our face. We get to crack this Windswept Teeth on our opponent's turn. Boros Charm to the face. Opponent's down to 3 cards. I want to see if they play a Mono Twister before we did this. They did not, so we get to crack this. We're down to 7, which is a scary number. We need to find some more life gain pretty fast here. We also may just be able to win if our opponent can't kill us here. Oh, let's get one of our Granges here. And then we're going to grow our Grazer, which might sound weird, but it means that it doesn't die to Bolt. We're going to tap down Goblin Guy in here. Do they kill the Rune Ghost, or do they kill us? Both of those are possible, okay. And they just have it. GG's. GG's. Well, we almost had the combo. We're pretty close. Pretty close. Just need one more turn. One more turn. Alright, we got a game against Platinum Angel. I'm pretty sure we've played against this person before. Do we keep this? It's kind of slow. Kind of slow. This deck is kind of slow, though, so maybe that's just what we expect. We'll keep it, we'll keep it, we'll keep it. Question is, do we play Idyllic Range, or do we play the Windswept Heath turn 1? Got a fan on the other side. Love to see it. Love to see it. I think what we do here is we play the Idyllic Range because Ender's tapped. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna play Idyllic Range. We're going to do it. Comes into play tapped, so we're going to take off turn 1. Turn 2, we get to play Step Links and play the Heath. Misty Rainforest for our opponent. Snow-covered forest. Noble Hierarch. Opt, okay. Let's go ahead and play our Step Links out. And we're going to play Windswept Heath. Always yield. And we'll say go. So we can wait to crack this until our own turn. Hopefully find a land next turn. Down to 17 for our opponent. Utopia Sprawl. Interesting. Chosen color is green. Kiora. I remember this deck now. We played against this deck before. They're gonna untap things and have all sorts of shenanigans. No attacks. Alright, so we're gonna not crack our land here. That is not a land. Alright, so we're gonna crack this now. And we are gonna get a... We're gonna get... Oof. That's awkward. I guess we're gonna get a Hallowed Fountain. We would like to pay 2 life. We're gonna opt because we need another land. I guess we don't need to do that now. We can just attack in here. I think we're gonna attack Kiora. Put a blocks with their Nubel. Sure. Actually, I guess we should opt this turn so that we can get our third land. We do need our third land. Yep, we're gonna put steplings on the bottom. Not a land, not a castable. All right. This is unfortunate. We need a land. We need it to be green. Alright, opponent has a lot of mana. What can they do with it? Barkhide Troll. Okay. I'm assuming they're going to play something else as well. Hydroid Crassus for 2. Okay. Interesting. I don't know. Do we path anything? Like, I think we do not yet. Opt. Not what we wanted to see. Come on, land. Oh, jeez. Okay. That's a land. I have to pay 1 to make it hexproof? Okay, so we're going to attack here. See if our opponent blocks. Block with the 2/2 and the 3/3. Okay. In that case... there we go. And then we're going to path the Barkhide Troll. And kill our opponent's Crassus. We're ramping our ramp opponent, which is unfortunate. Not ramping ourselves, which is also unfortunate. Waterlogged Grove. Cracked. Sure. Yorvo. This Kiora is gonna be a problem. He said in Modern. Flooded Strand. Thank goodness. Crack this now. Let's get a Temple Garden. Paying 2 life. And I think we're gonna play Renegade Rallier. Love this card. And let's get a Flooded Strand back. And let's attack with our 6/7. Alright, Kiora down. This means we could potentially take a big hit from this Yorvo, but next turn we get to kind of start doing stuff. Utopia Sprawl on the forest. Did they put it on the tap forest? I think they may have. And another Kiora. Sure. Gonna get in here. for 4. No blocks from us. We will take it. I think we... Right, and our opponent gets to untap. Sure. I think we're going to leave Flooded Strand where it's at. Windswept Heath. That is kind of what we wanted to see. So what do we do here? So we have Growth Spiral. So we can do some shenanigans with that. So I think what we do is we're going to play Ramanop Excavator. Let's get our Windswept Heath out of the graveyard. And then we're going to pass it back to our opponent and hope we don't die. We've got 2 fetch lands to crack and a Growth Spiral to play. Utopia Sprawl. So our opponent has just about infinite mana. Only 1 card left in hand though, so hopefully it's not too good. Do they attack? No attacks. Let's crack this Flooded Strand. Grab Temple Garden. Untapped. Let's go ahead and play Growth Spiral. Put out a Windswept Heath. Play... Oh, did that wrong. That was the wrong thing to do. Okay. Let's go ahead and play our Tireless Tracker here. Yeah, so missed a thing there. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to combat. We're just gonna go face here. See if our opponent blocks. They know we can kill Yorvo if they don't block. Okay, no blocks. Alright. In that case, let's go ahead and crack this now. Temple Garden tapped. Always yield. Tireless Tracker. Let's crack this. Go get a forest. And then let's crack this down to 4. Which is a little scary. And let's see, we have enough lands, so I think we'll just get Idyllic Range here. I'm gonna run out of lands to go get soon. Let's wait. Let's just get our Temple Garden because we don't want to have to shock that in at some point. Alright, so we're attacking for 8. Let's go ahead and play out our Knight of the Reliquary. Ready to play land for turn. Knight is a 6/6. Steel Leaf Champion. Yorvo gets a little bit bigger, and our opponent gets to draw a card. Okay. Next turn we also get to draw a lot of cards. Let's see if we can get to next turn. Opponent scoops it up. Alright. Got there. Didn't get the combo, but got there. Interesting, interesting. What is our opponent doing? I wonder if we bring in Veils. I wonder if they bring in counters. Let's bring in Winds, Settle, and Night of Autumn. I don't think Damping Sphere hits Utopia Sprawl, because I think it's the Sprawl that makes the mana? Could be wrong. Should probably figure that out at some point. Let's cut a Grazer. Let's cut a Knight of the Reliquary and a Renegade Rallier. And sure, we'll keep this. Utopia Sprawl, sure. Just go Hallowed Fountain tapped and say go. Breeding Pool untapped. Ashiok. Okay. Let's see what they hit. Oh, oh, that's sad. That's pretty okay though. It's gonna ramp us a bit. Let's go ahead and play this. Play our Arboreal Grazer. And put on a Marsh Flats. And there's the Kiora. Did not mill us. Interesting. Oh no. Yep, that just happened. That just happened. Yep, yep. Yes. Steel Leaf Champion. Sure. Yep. Opponent gets to draw a card. Relic of Progenitus. Our opponent's bringing in all of the graveyard hate. Alright, alright. I think we're just dead because we did dumb things. Oh, and they're just gonna crack it right now. Okay. Okay, fair enough. It's our exile zone here. Let's go ahead and play Gross Spyro. Hope we hit a land. We did not hit a land. And we still did not hit a land. Okay. Well... Awkward. Alright, so go. Probably should just scoop. but where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in that? Let's go ahead and path this Stella Champion. Kai's guy is gonna give me so much shit for what I just did. A second Steel Life Champion. Is there any way that we can attack in next turn? I don't think so. Question is, do we just... I think so we can use our mana next turn. If we get a land, we path that now. Alright. We're gonna go to the next one. Can't win with 2 lands. Just not gonna happen. Do we want to change anything knowing that? Does protect us against Ashiok, weirdly enough. Kind of. It's not protect against Relic. Don't think it's good enough. Don't think it's good enough. We just run like that, just be a little bit more careful. You know, actually read our opponent's cards. Probably a good thing, or something. I would like to play first. This hand is super risky. This hand is better. Let's put something away. I think we're gonna put the Knight. That's like our only card that does anything. Let's put a retreat to the bottom. Sadly. We had our combo there, but just don't know. Let's take off that upkeep stop for now. Yep. Searching it out. Got a Utopia Sprawl coming in. Arbor Elf. Alright, Arbor Elf it is. Marsh Flats. Okay. Let's play Marsh Flats and say go. We're gonna Growth Spiral at the end of their turn. Utopia Sprawl. Interesting they put it on the Breeding Pool. Because the Breeding Pool can get hit by things like Field of Ruin and whatnot. Untapping. This is Ashiok. It is Ashiok. Okay, we're gonna search now. Thank you very much. Temple Garden. I would like to pay 2 life. And we're also just gonna cast this right now. Blue green. We're gonna put out this Flooded Strand. We're gonna crack this Flooded Strand. We're gonna get a Temple Garden tapped. That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's fine. You can get rid of our graveyard. It is a bummer. Okay. Let's get rid of some lands. Ramming up Excavators, pretty bad here. Let's go ahead and play our Knight of the Reliquary, which will get nothing for us. Yep. Alright, let's hope our opponent can't do anything too crazy next turn. Yorvo is pretty big. Opponent cracks a fetch land. Tapping, untapping, making big things. Okay. Second Yorvo makes the first one bigger. Interesting use of Yorvo. Guess it's a 5/5 now. Please just let us draw path. Hey, you know what? Winds of Abandon is not path, but I'll take it. And we'll get out Ramen Up Excavator for funsies. And let's attack Ashiok here. Need to get that off the battlefield. Sadly, it still has one counter on it, but hopefully we can get in there next turn as well. We'll see. Our opponent has 3 cards on hand, so Steel Leaf Champion. And more big things. Maybe we should have held on to the Winds of Abandon. Third Yorvo, maybe. Well, okay. Now I get why they played their second Yorvo, because why not? Settle. Not quite settle. Play land. Say go. See, we cannot search with Knight of the Reliquary. We need to opt into settle here. That's really what needs to happen. The Great Henge. Begin combat. Attack. Just attacking with Steel Leaf. Interesting. Let's go ahead and opt here. Okay. Guess we'll draw that. We can't cast it right now, but yeah, we're not gonna block. Yep, down to 11. We need something good here. Island. Okay. Blue and green for Growth Spiral. Let's see what we get. Retreat to Coralhelm is interesting. Did we just die next turn? No, let's see. It's possible we just die next turn. I guess our opponent only will have 1 card in hand. So we may survive a turn. Really, really need settle. I mean, we've drawn a lot of cards. Still only attacking. I mean, I guess we could like double blow, but like, all right. Taking it on the chin. What'd you draw? What'd you draw, Platinum? A land. Okay. Steplinks. Steplinks. Okay. Okay. We are fizzling hard here. Yep, opponent gonna gain 2 life. Just for the fun of it. Why not? Arbor Elf, sure. Wonder if we should be running a Great Hinge. Probably not. It's probably bad. Okay, Yorvo's extra big. Topia Sprawl. I think our opponent just wins here, yes? Well, I guess technically we have some locks. Not many, but some. Attacking with Steel Leaf. Attacking with Yorvo. Not attacking with Yorvo. Just attacking with Steel Leaf. Okay. Our opponent can't instant speed pump, because they've got no cards in hand. This does not pump, so yeah, we're gonna take 5, go down to 1. It's either get something really good here, or we fizzle entirely. Entirely fizzle. Yep. Couldn't get there. Yeah, Eternal Witness would have been great. Got a game against Jinkola. We get to play first. Ooh, okay. Keep this. Gonna ramp ourselves pretty good here. Right, I should probably play a land before I try to play my spells. Generally how Magic works. And we'll put out a Flooded Strand. And so go. Excuse me. Breeding Pool. Untapped. And passing. Interesting. There's some sort of counter spell. We are doing a lot of damage to ourselves here. A lot of damage to ourselves. Already played a land for turn, so we'll pass it back. Interesting that they played this untapped. Flooded Strand. And passing. What are we up against? Eternal Witness is pretty good. I think we may wait till next turn to play it. That's right, we're going to put a counter on our Grazer. Now we're going to go to combat. I guess we should have played something out of our graveyard. That's probably the smarter thing to do. Okay. We're going to pass it back. If our opponent cracks here, we may play our Growth Spiral. just in case of counter mana. Aha, so our opponent was holding a spell snare. That's what was going on. Alright, cool. Happened. Okay, so Sultai is what we're up against. Sultai. Got nothing for the end step. Windswept Teeth. Okay, well we're going to play our Flooded Drain because that is the most correct thing to do. And we're going to get in. And let's go ahead and play our Eternal Witness. Another counterspell. Mana Leak. Okay. Mana Leak is a thing that happens. Opponent's down to 9. Guess we'll crack this now. Down to 11. Let's go get another Hallowed Fountain, just so we have all of our killers covered. Knight of the Reliquary is not bad. Okay, let's play Flooded Strand from our graveyard. Because we can. Let's go to combat. Get in, get in. Wonder what our opponent is up to over there. Alright, green, white, whatever. Knight of the Reliquary. Let's bring out another counter. We can pay for Mana Leak. Mystic Sanctuary. Putting Mana Leak on top, sure. Gonna like opt and Mana Leak. Or can we just charm? Yep, okay. That's fine. Now they can't Mana Leak. Alright. So our opponent has a Mana Leak and 6 unknown. Do have lethal. Okay, so they've got Tarmogoyf, sure. So they have the Mana Leak up. However, we can crack this now. Get Temple Garden, I guess. Tapped. Our opponent could have a kill spell here. The tap out for that though, we can pass. Next turn. Okay, let's play Flooded Strand. And we're gonna go ahead and path this Goyf now. We know our opponent has Mana Leak. But we can more than pay for Mana Leak. So I need something besides Mana Leak. I guess Fatal Push still saves them here. I guess even a Snapcaster technically saves them here. Yeah, Snapcaster Mage. Sure. Yeah, targeting Archmage's Charm, but they cannot cast it. So we could go get another Idyllic Range here, which pumps us up to 4, but I don't think 4 is that much different. I think we can just hold on to that. Keep that in our pocket. We still have lethal next turn if they can't do anything about it. I'm assuming our opponent has to have things like Cryptic Command in their deck, so at any point that could be an issue. Engineered Explosives for 3. Okay. So this is where the Idyllic Range will come in. Opponent does not have mana for push. So I think this should do it. We'll see. They could have something else that we don't know about. Idyllic Range. Target Arboreal Grazer. Does that do it? Does that do it? Okay, we're gonna find out. Does our opponent blow up the EE? They do not. Okay, well we're gonna play our Flooded Strand then. Go to combat. Snapcaster? No, just blowing up the E. Okay. We still have lethal. There we go. Got there. Okay, so we want Veil of Summer, and we want Dovin's Veto. Keeping our paths. Cut maybe an Opt. Cut a Rallier. Cut a Growth Spiral, I guess. Maybe we cut one Ruin Ghost, just because it's pretty bad. We'll try it like that. Gin Cola. Alright, yeah, we're gonna keep this. Absolutely. Lumbering Fools. That means we get down Step Links. What do we get? What do we get? Ramanop Excavator, not too bad. Right, let's play Step Links, and we'll say go. Next turn, we can hold up Veil of Summer. Should be nice. Watery Grave. Ouch. Let's play a second Step Links. Let's play a Marsh Flats. Always yield to Step Links. And let's get him for 2. engineered explosives. Okay. Sure. Well, in that case, we're just gonna get Temple Garden tapped. Interesting, okay. Play Windswept Teeth. Go to combat. Yep. Blows up the engineered explosives. No surprise there. Okay, Ruin Ghost. One card away from the combo. With a Veil Summer to protect. Ah, this is the Wilderness Reclamation Sultai deck. Okay. Okay. Yep, I'm gonna untap all their lands. Attack for 1. Gotcha now, opponent. Alright, so let's crack this. Get Hollow Fountain. Untapped. One green, whatever. Renegade Rallier. Renegade Rallier is going to go ahead and get us a Steplink's friend. Hinterland Harbor. Tapping all their lands. Okay. Now we could play out the excavator. I guess it's good for us if they try to counter the excavator. So we can Veil of Summer. So if they have Cryptic. Okay. So yeah, so we want to cast this pre-combat. Normally you do not. Normally this is a bad idea. But if they have Cryptic, they're going to counter and tap, and then we can Veil Summer. Or not. Okay, well, we're going to get back to Marsh Flats. Then we're going to go to combat. I mean, they can still Cryptic here, if that's what they want to do. Lumbering Falls, sure. Green, blue, and Hexproof, sure. Gonna block our 3/2. Pretty okay with that. Okay. Got our opponent down to 9. Not gonna crack these yet. Hey, you two. None of that now. Not in here. Not in here. Go fight elsewhere. Okay. Arboreal Grazer does nothing. Let's play Flooded Strand out of our graveyard. Because we can. We're going to play it. Again, I really want them to try to counter with Cryptic Command. Snapcaster Mage. Okay. Targeting nothing. Interesting. We're also not going to put a land on the battlefield. Yep. Okay, so they don't have Cryptic up. I guess they could have... They have Archmage's Charm? That could be a thing. I guess they're obviously just putting this out for a blocker. Which is fine. Maybe we path it. I think if we path it... Didn't shuffle the whole game. Alright. And our opponent gives it up. GG, well played, opponent. Got a game against Dio Dice. Alright, this hand is okay. We'll need some more lands, but we're actually not too far away. So we'll keep this. Hollow Fountain, tapped. Let's get our ramp on. Ruined Ghost is a magic card that is legal in Modern. Let's go ahead and get Arboreal Grazer out there. And let's put out our Flooded Strand. Say go. Main board Tormod script. Chalice on 1. Well, this is interesting. Okay. What are we up against? Land. Land. Come on, land. Come on, draw step. Hey! We did a thing. Okay. Didn't get a land though. That's a bummer. Maybe we can growth spiral next turn here. So interested to see what is on the other side. Sorcerer Spyglass. Okay. Well, now they're gonna know the combo. And they can stop the combo. So that's unfortunate. Well, there it is, opponent. That's what we got. That is what we got. Switch to Spyglass main board. What is happening? Chosen card is Ruin Ghosts. I suppose that's only fair. We do have an answer to that in the main board. We have one Knight of Autumn in the main board. That is not the Knight of Autumn. I mean, I guess we're gonna play this out because, like, what else are we gonna do? Oh, and our opponent doesn't crack the Tormod script. Opponent's on 2 lands as well. Interesting. Simian Spirit Guide. Teferi. Okay. Sure. Well, we're gonna play our Promenade Excavator again, I guess. We get to play our Windsor Teeth. I like that. Because we have a Marsh Flats. I'm surprised our opponent hasn't cracked their Tormod script. I guess we're just getting lands back, but still. Oh, this is fun. Let's get an idyllic range. Put that on Arboreal Grazer. Let's tidy up this Teferi. Get out of here. Second Teferi, sure. They did another Simian Spirit Guide, okay. Alright, that's going back to my hand. I mean, I guess we're not doing a whole lot. Mishra's Bauble, okay. Cracking the Bauble to draw a land, or a card. Not a land, looks like. Really want them to crack their Tormod script here. Let's get Temple Garden tapped. What do you see, kitten? It's a very strange noise from my cat. Knight of the Reliquary. That's pretty good. Okay. Well, let's play. Do they crack the crypt? Looks like they're thinking about it. So we will play this Flooded Strand 10 more times if you let us. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. Let's go to combat. Attack Teferi. Hope they're out of Simian Spirit Guides and Teferis. Then let's go ahead and crack this. Wait, I'm so confused at what's happening over there. And get Renegade Rallier. Opponent can crack their crypt in response, but they do not. Okie dokie. Nothing. Man, I do feel... Okay, so they get their third land on turn 6. Been there. It hurts. It sucks. It's awful. Okay. Untap. Play Windswept Heath. Go to combat. Attack, attack, attack. I do not know what our opponent's on, but they're having some issues over there, it seems like. Okay, so we're going to play Retreat to Coralhelm. And then we're going to play Knight of the Reliquary. Opponent, I guess, could have, like, untap Wrath. Can't remember if that's 3 white or 2 white. And if we get Knight of Autumn, we have the combo. Our opponent is alive. Oh, a word deck. That's what's happening. Okay. Okay. What are they gonna go get? Sorcerer Spyglass. Okay. I guess I can name like one of my fetch lands. Be mildly annoying. Names. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. So they can name that in their reliquary. That is fine. Okay. I mean, just means I can't go search my library for other lands, I suppose. Still gonna be a big boy. Opponent, are you alive? This is super fun. Super duper fun. Cool. Up against El Rodeo Dos. Is that the 2 rodeos? I don't know. I like friendly opponents. They're nice. Got a halfway decent hand here. I'm gonna keep it. We got Temple Garden into Grazer into Ramping. Don't have any fetch lands to go with these double excavators, but we should find them. Shepard Dunes. Legion's Landing. Alright, so we're up against... Oh, great. Oh, great. Okay. Oh. Okay, well in that case, we're actually going to play out Temple Garden. Untapped. And we're going to play our Steplinks. Next turn, if our opponent doesn't path it, get to pump the Steplinks up. Pump it up. Definitely gotta be careful of the Shifted Dunes. This is gonna be mono white tokens. A deck I think looks amazingly fun. I may have to play for the channel at some point. Kai Guy doesn't beat me to it. Second opt, okay. Let's play our Boreal Grazer. Let's play our second Hallowed Fountain, untapped. And let's get in for 4. Surprised our opponent took that. Oh, the pretty plains. Sunflower plains. Beginning combat. Attacking for 2. Alright, well, we're gonna block 1. Yep. That's up. Raising the alarm. Put on top. Double Windswept Heath. Pretty okay with that. Raminap. Exit Vader. Let's go ahead and begin combat. Should have cracked that, but I didn't. Okay, our opponent gets to transform Legion's Landing. We are going to block and block. Take 1. Spectral Procession. Alright. We got Hallowed Fountain. Untapped. Ooh. It hurts, because we're gonna die next turn. We don't think we want snow-covered plains. That we'll take. That we will take. Okay, Arboreal Grazer. Is a blocker with reach. Oh, why do we get all Hallowed Fountains? Okay, well in that case, let's play Windswept Heath. Let's crack Windswept Heath. Go get a forest. Play Arboreal Grazer. Put out this Windswept Heath. Play Renegade Rebellion. Yep. Get back Windswept Heath. Go to combat. Get in for 8. Opponent blocks with their life-linking token, sure. Gains a life. Alright. So, we can go get the Grange to pump up one of these Arboreal Grazers, which has reach, so it can block the flying creatures. If our opponent has an emblem, it's a little bit more problematic, because we'll lose a Renegade Rallier, most likely. Which is not the end of the world. kind of glad they're stuck on 3. That's probably keeping us safe. Our opponent does have 4 cards in hand. Really need to find some life gain. So we are down to 9. Path to Exile. Okay. We will use that ability. Just get a basic planes here. Pump up the steplings. Yeah, there's the intangible virtue. So that is unfortunate. Everything's getting flying and vigilance. Okay. They're attacking for a lot. Alright, well in this case, I think we're actually going to get the Grange, and we're going to not attack him with everything? Because I would just lose things. Just attacking with 3 spirit tokens. Okay. So we're going to take 4. Alright, in that case, we're not going to go get the Grange, because it doesn't do anything for us here. And we're going to wait to crack this fetch. Another fetch. So we can get double Grange. It costs us 2 life, so then we're just dead. Yep, our opponent's got this one. Not much we can do about that. Alright, what are we bringing in? I think we're bringing in Settle, Knight of Autumn, Winds of Abandon. We bring in Offshoots. We might need to bring in Jolly Offshoots. For a couple, well, we're cutting. Path is pretty bad, but maybe necessary just to keep in our removal. Maybe we can opt. Arboreal Grazer is sneakily good. So we saw they pathed it even. Just think we need to gain some life. Plus it's another blocker. Maybe cut a Renegade Rallier for another offshoot. Try it like that. And maybe the offshoots aren't good enough in this matchup. It just seems like we need some life gain here. I'm actually fairly impressed with this deck. We're playing a pretty janky version of Landfall, but I think if you were playing a legit version of Landfall, maybe it has some legs. Maybe it has some legs. We've got 2 lands. We've got Opt. So we can dig to find stuff. We'll try it. We'll try it. I don't know if it's good. But we'll try it. Absolutely need to find our 3rd land. So we will be scrying for that. I know we have double opt, but I think we're... I don't think our opponent's going to do anything. Okay, so we'll keep that on top. Oh, Legion's Landing, look at that. Idyllic Range, okay. Play Temple Garden, tapped. Say go. I guess we could have brought in vetoes. Those are... Because none of their creatures are creatures. At least most of them are not. Ah, raise it up. Sure, that's fine. We're not gonna... I think we got a bottom Ruin Ghost for now. I know it's our combo, but... And we draw a land. Okay. Of course, we drew the other half of the combo. Alright, Just gonna get a plains here. We're gonna play Knight of the Reliquary as a 6/6. But I'm sure has like path and all that. Actually, next turn we can just play Retreat. I don't have a way to get his trample though, so it doesn't matter. I guess we can like literally get all the lands out of our deck next turn. Maybe that's worth it? I don't know. Okay, our opponent's going to transform. Block the lifelinking token. Yep, take 2. Alright, so... Spectral Procession, sure. Question is, do we just go and get every land out of our deck? Is that good? Or do we actually just play Tireless Tracker here? And then play Retreat next turn if we're alive to do so? That might be the thing. So we'll make also 1,000,000 clue tokens. Opponent's gonna have a lot of damage next turn, especially with the flying. We can path a flyer. We need to wait to see if they have that. Okay. Okay. Alright, so Ramanok Excavator seems a little silly now. We need to get our Knight of the Reliquary. Okay. Block here. Path one of those there. Still take a buttload of damage, down to 4. Oof. Oof. Okay. so let's see. We need our opponent to not have path. So we can play Retreat and Arboreal Grazer. I guess we should have cracked a clue instead. That's probably the smarter plan. Make a clue. Yeah, so our opponent has to have not. Yeah, that's fine. So if our opponent has path, we're dead. Actually, were we just dead anyways? I think we needed path. Because they're gonna get through with because we can block 3 things. Oh, but they can also crack Shephet Dunes. So yes, we are essentially dead. But they did not crack Shephet Dunes. Okay. Alright, well, we're gonna block and block and block. So we can crack. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know what gets us out of here. We're so close. We're so close because we can like make 1,000,000 clue tokens. Okay, we're down to 2. Gather the townsfolk, sure. Alright, we're just gonna make 1,000,000 clue tokens and scry for removal, I think. And it has to be good removal. Bottom. Go down to 1. Guess we can't do this forever. So yeah, we'll untap. Alright, so we can do this a lot. Well, no, actually, I think we may be done. So let's tap, untap. Okay, so this is our last chance to do this. Now we need to scry. Okay, so let's go get our island and scry.
Super combo! Brutal combo! Awesome combo! Killer combo! Monster combo! Combo breaker!
Alright, let's check out Astrolabe version. Alright. Hey, black. Black. Whatever. Playful edit strand. All the triggers. Choose this target player. Untap. Okay. Oh geez, we're gonna run out of time. Put a 1 counter on a Boreal Grazer. Okay. Not realize how low we were on time. On top. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. Begin combat. Get in 8. Actually, can we just kill it? So if we get infer, there's a good chance. Oh, yeah, we could have just won there. I'm dumb. Okay, that's fine. We'll win next turn for sure. What's our opponent? Who's like Wrath or something? Yeah, we got there. Alright. Well, let's go back to the drawing board and figure out how the heck we build this deck without an Astrolabe.
I have the high ground!